Hello, this is Mr. Evilcheese, and this is my review of the NECA
Alien vs. Predator Chopper Predator. That'll be the first one we're doing. And he's a little different looking. Like he has that, like a set of two separate eye holes that goes all the way across, which is a little different from most of the other Predator masks. And you can see he's got some skulls in there. And there's a little picture of the figure there. It says Chopper Predator AVP Alien vs. Predator. Up there's a nice little artwork. In the back you can see another good picture of the figure. And then there's a description if you want to pause it and read it. Basically telling you what happens in the movie. And there's the other figures in the series, these two. Be an unmasked Predator, and then over on the right is the Celtic Predator. So, let's open this guy up. And look what you see when you first open up. Got all these different blades there. I wasn't expecting that. That looks pretty cool. Got more accessories than I thought he had. So holy hell, this is a ridiculously detailed Predator figure. This thing is freaking amazing. There's just so much going on it. Like, I was not expecting this. I knew the sculpt was going to be different. Some more articulation. But man, this is... Ooh, it's just really awesome. There's just so much going on here. It's so much different than the last Predators that have been coming out. Because a lot of them use like some of the same sculpts. They're very similar. This one's all new. There's just, there's so much going on here. I mean, these blades are kick-ass. These big blades that are underneath of his forearm that are huge. And they're interchangeable with these smaller ones. And he also has these blades up here that you can stick in. It's a little more normal for a Predator. It's also got these skulls on sticks, which is really awesome. There's a little place you can clip this one in there. This one I wasn't sure exactly where you're supposed to put it, but it kind of fits into his like cannon shoulder mounted thing. I guess that's where it goes. I couldn't figure out where else it went, but it fits, so that's where it's going. Them skulls are really cool. They got like, I don't know what that is, like little ropes hanging off of them with beads on it. I don't know what the hell's going on there, but it looks cool. I like his armor too. His armor's awesome. A lot more armored than the classic Predators. Got an armored loincloth. He's got some claws on his shoes there, which are really awesome. See, he has like a sort of like a knife that's removable, which is really awesome. There's so much going on here. Oh, I had these in already. These are the these connect to his laser cannon. And some holes. Might be hard to see on camera, but their holes are back underneath there. I'll stick them in now so you can see. So there I got them tubes attached in the holes underneath there. They slide in real easily. That's really cool. This Predator is just freaking awesome. Like, it's really nice to get a very different Predator from the last ones that have been coming out. And don't get me wrong, I love the last ones that have been coming out, but it's just, I like to see a whole new sculpt, and that's what this is. And it's just really badass. Like, especially these blades, I love them. And there's some extra articulation, which I'll go over. Also, if you look closely, you can see that you can flip up his little self-destruct arm computer thingamajigger. So that's really cool. You can see there's a lot of movement on this laser cannon. You can spin around up there. You can bend back and forth. It can also slide down. So, lots of movement on this thing. And that is freaking badass. Look at that helmet. Very different helmet with the way they didn't split the eyes. Because usually on Predator's mask, you know, it's two separate pieces for the eyes. But here it's just one long piece. And I think that's really cool. It's a big difference. I like the texture on the mask. The sort of design on it around the cheeks. It's really awesome. And lots of armor here, like I was saying. Lots of chest armor. It's got that metal texture on it. Shoulder armor layered down onto his bicep. And a huge gauntlet, or whatever you'd call that, on his forearm there. Connecting into his blade. Just freaking awesome. I like the paint they used on that too. It almost looks like real metal. Then over here you got another shoulder pad. Another gauntlet. And this one has the two blades, which are removable up there. And the big blade, which is also removable. That is just... it's just really awesome. I'm very happy with this. And there you can see his netting. Netting seems painted on better than some of these past Predators. I mean, there's a few places where it's not on completely straight. Like right there on his leg, on the right side. But for the most part, they did a really good job painting on the netting. Very nice. You can see there's like some armor going down his spine. A big old butt flap. Down there in the legs. Kind of like a knee pad. It's really detailed. Then down on his lower leg. Really nice armor there. And of course the claws on his toes, which are really cool. That's just awesome. As I was saying, he comes with this removable knife or sword or whatever you want to call this thing. That thing's really cool looking. I hate to be stabbed with that thing, but that's pretty cool. And he also comes with this spear and one of these little disc thingies that's got the almost turns into like a ninja star. That's badass. And the two shorter blades, which I'll stick them in now so you can see what that looks like. So there they are, the shorter versions. You can see how long they were, in case you wanted them retracted a little bit. But I don't know why you'd want them retracted, because I'd just make them big the whole time. And I mentioned the heads, the skulls back there. You can take them off, and they're really cool. I really like the sculpt on them. Freaking awesome, man. Okay, I did just notice something that is a little bit of a gripe, and that is, it comes with this sword, or knife, whatever, dagger, but he doesn't have a hand that can hold it. He seems to only have these two hands, and there's no holes in them, so he can't hold his dagger. And he also comes with this spear, and this, but he can't hold it. So, that's kind of weird. I took off his shoulder cannon and the skulls to make it a little easier to go over articulation. And you can see he has some pretty decent head articulation. I mean, with all them dreads, you'd think it wouldn't be able to move much. Now, if you had a shoulder cannon up there, obviously it wouldn't be able to turn all the way over there like that. But still, look at that. That's a lot of articulation on the head I wouldn't be expecting. Then up here to shoulders, like this thing's really flexible, so this thing ain't gonna cause any problems really. So you can get his arm pretty much straight up in the air, out to the side. So lots of articulation there at the arms, at the shoulders. Then you got a double jointed elbow, which I think that's the first time they've done that, because I think their last lines of Predators, it was just a single joint here. So you get a double joint, so you can actually get his arm way up like that. So that's really freaking awesome. That's not even all the way either, because you can see I didn't get that bent all the way up. So if you mess with it, you could probably actually get it up a little higher. So really good articulation at the elbows. Then you can also spin right there on the forearm, and of course down at the hand you can spin it around a little bit. So I'm just amazed by the articulation on this thing. There you can see that one's, so you can really bend his arm up a lot further than the past Predators. There's some articulation right here, which is also new, up at the chest. It's a little hindered by this armor though, so it doesn't move a whole lot, but there is some movement up there, so that's cool. And down here at the waist, can move around. Seems to be hindered a little by this back here. And then at the hips looks like there's no articulation because it's hidden so well, but yeah, there's lots of articulation there. It's hidden even better than the past Predators. So that is really cool. Really awesome articulation that's hidden. And then of course we got the double jointed knee, so you can get lots of good poses out of that. And it can spin there at the knee too. Also spin at the hips. Down here at the ankle, lots of nice articulation there. You can tilt, you can spin, go up and down. This thing is amazing. For as freaking detailed as so much stuff is going on this Predator, and it still is super articulated. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, this new line is seriously like some of the best Predators they have made. Which is saying a lot, because they've made some really awesome Predators. So here's a comparison to the City Hunter Predator from Predator 2. As you can see, he's a little bit bigger. He looks like he could crush this guy. And he's got some bigger blades. He just looks like he's a little too much for this guy. But this is still one of my favorite Predators, but this one is just freaking badass. Yeah, and as you can see, it just has the single joint articulation at the elbows. And the articulation of the hips isn't hidden as well as it is here. And there's the classic Predator. So that's freaking awesome. And I guess I should show it next to an Alien, since it is Alien versus Predator. That looks pretty cool. So I really, really, really like this figure. It's really awesome, really well done. The added articulation is really kick-ass. I really like the skulls. I like the really big blades that are underneath his arms. The little flip-up self-destruct device. And the really nice hidden articulation at the hips. I like the options of the different sized blades that they have. Although it does kind of suck that you can't put the weapons into his hands. I don't know why. And he's got the weird mask. Nice articulation on the laser cannon up there. Now, despite the fact that I don't really like the Alien vs. Predator movies all that much, I really just like them to see the aliens and predators on screen at the same time. That's the only thing good about them. Other than that, they suck. But they have some pretty cool looking predators, and NECA's figures of them are really awesome. I'm really happy with this figure. And I think if you get these NECA figures, this one's definitely worth it, because everything's a new sculpt. There's better articulation, and I don't know, he just looks so badass. So I'd say get it.
Wow, Mr. Evilcheese, can that Predator be any more badass? Yep, yeah, I guess I can. Yep, definitely can, yep.